It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Dragons' speedy running back. He's been a frequent end zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. The action is only moments away under the lights on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, normally teams get an advantage after their bye week, right? Coming in better rested than their opponents. But that's not the case here. Both of these teams had last week off, so a level playing field today.
Yeah, if there's an edge to be had, it's in who made better use of their time away from the Sunday spotlight. How did each team recover, but also keep themselves sharp in their week away? And who had better preparation? We know that's where the separation will come from.
So here they come now to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Irving on the inside give. And he's tackled for a short gain. Washington making that tackle. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Play action now. Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. He breaks the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack him today.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. Crosses midfield, still going. At the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Dragons don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Man in motion here. Young on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 19. At the 21.
Another try following the sack. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jake Camarda on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. On first down, they'll run. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 24. Chased out to his right. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This play goes for 36. And they'll have first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Along this sideline inside the 25. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. They are now set for first and 10. He'll throw it. Catch is made in close. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Dragons take a 13-0 lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dragons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Right back to Irving now. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Once again, Irving. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough...
The score, Dragons.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. It's away, not a great kick, angling right towards the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Right up the gut. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them the 1st. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Dragons take a 20-zip lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown.
Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And they steal it back on the return. And that is a touchdown! The Dragons are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip gain. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Dragons continue piling on to this lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape.
Here we go,
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Now it's Young. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Runs it in for the touchdown. The Dragons blowing them out now, 34-zip. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dragons grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go. 2nd and 2.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Finds his back complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
First down and goal to go.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Buccaneers trailing in the early going. From inside the 1, here's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. We'll score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers chop some of the lead off before the half. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Buccaneers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dragons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crowd. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Micah McFadden able to make the play. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Launches one deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They go play action on 1st. He's got a man left. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll give them a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dragons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Dragons continue adding on to that lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Bucs offense taking over late in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons tack on 7 more to their lead.
Buccaneers 7.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Their offense headed out now, not much time left before the half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Walker hauls it in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Roll, smash.
From the pistol, it's Young. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Sticking to the air, it's Young. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one.
Ready, no, ready.
3rd and long, Young. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Dragons have it now on his 8th pick of the year. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They go play action here. Connects on the crosser. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be a 1st down. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. They are throwing it again. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a 1st down. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a faint possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual threat reps into his work here. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes again. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dragons piling it on going into halftime. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returnable from the 2. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in second place. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. Back to the well again. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running it after the penalty. Open space inside the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 23. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Pass play coming here. Buys time, rolling right. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set.
Young looking to throw. Pass complete to Walker. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Young to throw it. That pass complete to Irving. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the gun, Young. St. Brown there to bring it in. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only one on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3. Irving. And he's brought down for a loss. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Young. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Dragons will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Caught for big yards on the right side. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it'll give him a first down. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch.
Let's go.
First and 10, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8. Back to throw now. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And how about this? A 100-yard game on the ground, but it's not the running back that's doing it. And he's showing you why you should never sleep on what he can do when he's outside that pocket. Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside, defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Buccaneers 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming.
Here we go. Sack.
Trying again following the sack. This one finds Irving. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. They'll send out the punting unit. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Come on.
Running this one left. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. The Dragons continue adding to an insurmountable lead. And they take this in for the score. The Dragons running them out of the building. Aubrey good on the point after. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Irving here from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Here's Young. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was covered by Brian Branch.
Defense shows blitz. Young. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now Young. Complete over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Young. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Brought in right. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. They send a man in motion. Young on 1st and 10. Irving hauls it in. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you kind of expect this to happen a couple of times this season, right? They catch the rookie here for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that comes with experience, Kate. Rookie is so excited to make plays in his first season. You just get that tunnel vision on making the sack. And he doesn't realize the ball was already gone. Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, bring it. Alert.
On the give, this is Irving. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. From 37 yards in the right hash. Moody knocks it through. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 3rd. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside, defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty.
Let's go now.
Give now to the running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Call it 2 yards that time. Now just a few to go on 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. He's got a man left. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield.
And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Dragons throwing 6 more on the blowout. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. To the air on 1st down. Young. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jukes out a one-stop. And the Dragons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Now a give running right. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Getting out to his left. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30.
Go!
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Dragons emerge as winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when the violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when the violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that